Alright guys, we're going to be continuing Autopsy Simulator in a little moment. Thank you Red Bearded Guy for subscribing. Kuhaze as well. Welcome guys. The name of Xavier, Smokey, Psychotronics, Obey the Sleuth, Flop, how you doing? Cybercomics Finn, welcome back. Thank you everyone. Calientris Sigma, just 3 subs guys. Thank you everyone for coming in from love. And I am live on YouTube. Hi YouTube. Sorry I'm late. I was getting addicted to a game. Hey, don't call them stinky. Why would you attack? We could all be friends, Twitch and YouTube. There we go. Pizza time. How you doing? Welcome back. Missing Love Island for this, no regrets. Huge moves, dude. What game was addictive? I did a sponsored stream of a game, of a demo of a game called Meme Mayhem, and I got really into it. So I delayed stream by 15 minutes on YouTube to keep playing. Why do I eat these on stream? They're so tough to chew. Did you just finish Autopsy Simulator? No, we're just about to play. It's like a nut bar. True. You waited 4 years for this game? I did, yeah. And it didn't disappoint. Red Bearded Guy coming in with 5 gifted subs on Twitch. Thank you very much, man. It is Kirkland, yeah. Bought it at Costco. Just for like midstream snacks. Thank you, Red Bearded Guy. Hell yeah, man. Pog. Much love. Can we get a recap? We will get a recap, yeah. By me. In a moment here. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, pizza time. Yeah, it wasn't a great Summer Games Fest this year. Just Sashi, thanks for the gifted sub as well. Brother Rock, thanks for subbing. 2 years from Rev, Grazim, Majestic Eagle, and Rio Story. I have 1,000 different tabs open. Give me 1 second, guys. I just need to figure this out. Excuse me. There we go. Genuinely love the first stream of this. Super excited to be here. Cheers, you handsome devil. Thanks, KO. I, too, am excited to continue. How is the Costco different in Sweden? You guys got hot dogs? I don't know. I've never been to Costco in the US, so I don't know what we've done differently. Yeah, I'll be doing a watch party of the Xbox stream tomorrow, for sure. Yo! I have memberships, thank you. Marquez, thanks for the 5 memberships on YouTube. Cheers. I'm never eating this on stream again. He lied. Thank you very much. I've been getting some annoyed comments on YouTube. Slightly annoyed comments. From people wondering why I'm not uploading at the moment a lot. and I want to apologize for that. I'm trying my best to keep up with all the editors and stuff. I've been struggling a little recently. There is a Siege video, should be going up tomorrow. It was going to go up today, but then it got delayed because I didn't have time to work with the thumbnail. So it's going to go up tomorrow. It is up for members at the moment, and people are like annoyed thinking that like I'm doing members only videos, which I'm not. It's meant to be going up for main people as well. So yeah, I'm working on it. I try to be really public about it, that like it's the first time I've been going through some real, like, I don't know, I've been going through a lot of issues for myself, and it's very stressful trying to keep like a machine running when I kind of need to focus on myself as well. So it's a tough ride right now, and I just want to say, if anyone on YouTube is wondering and stuff, like what the fuck is going on, that's it. Yeah, but there's a Siege video coming up probably tomorrow. And then we made a FNAF video, actually, which was really doubtful. So we weren't gonna. But then I had a meeting with Vex, one of my editors, and he came with a theoretical FNAF video thumbnail that I liked so much that I was like, okay, let's try to make a FNAF video just because of how much I like this thumbnail. But the thing is that our FNAF sessions that we played were so like laid back, and then it's me playing, and then it's Sammy, Flash, and Beata watching, and they're kind of talking while I'm like, but we made one. It's 20-ish minutes long, and it ended up kind of fun. It's very different, and I could see a lot of people being like, I wasn't vibing with this, because it gives off full late night session with friends vibes. Like it's just like a late night Discord session, everybody's watching, and it includes all 4 of our cams as I'm playing. So that's going to be coming later as well. That one's actually done, but Siege video tomorrow, and then that's next. Yeah, it's a different one for sure. But it was kind of cozy. I enjoyed watching it when Adam finished it. So now that's coming too soon. Hi Hobo, nice to see that you're here. Ah, cool. Yeah, no worries. Isn't that exactly what people are here for? Just presented differently? Yeah. Well, I think people who watch streams regularly will enjoy it. It's a little more laid back, not as high action. I think some people might be like, this isn't for me, and that's okay. It's definitely an old school vibe to the video, so I'm excited to see how people react. Are we finishing Autopsy Simulator today? Yeah, I'm about to play it right now. Just getting through some messages. Michael Para, €2. What is Tio playing? F1 quali starts in 15 minutes. Autopsy Simulator. This is part 2. Part 1 is up on YouTube, the VOD, on my live tab on my main channel. So you can watch that if you haven't. I'm going to be giving a recap though. I would say it's not, like it's a good story, but if you don't care that much, my recap will be suffice, and then you can just be here and enjoy it with us. Thanks to the €2, man. Rockstar, $7 Canadian. Have you checked out the new Killer Clowns game? And if not, would it be something you would look into playing? I have checked it out. And it looks fun, but I don't know if my friends want to buy it, because it's like a $40 game. It's got good reviews and stuff, and so in the past, sometimes I buy the copies for people, but it's like 10 players, which means I'd have to put $400 into it, which I don't really feel like doing. So I've contacted the devs, and we'll see if they're up for sending some codes for us to have a session. Maybe then I could get some friends involved and stuff. But right now, yeah, that's it basically. Thanks for the €7 or Canadian dollars. Hi Sammy, how are you? Mark is $10. I enjoyed the random combos while you tried to focus, had me dying. Yeah, it very much is kind of based around that. So yeah, there is a FNAF video coming. Surfectly Pober with the 2 months. New sub here, but I've been watching you for years. Just wanted to thank you for the years of joy and mental stability you've given me. Much love, and you deserve all the love you get. Thank you. Much appreciated. Mr. Puxy, welcome back. Thanks to Tier 2, 31 months. And Maria, enjoy watching you play this game. Thank you. It's going to be fun. Have you thought about continuing with the Let's Teo channel? Bite-sized, unedited content? Yeah. I might do that eventually. I just need to make sure I'm all good where we're at. Sammy, that's absolutely fine. I was genuinely just wondering if you're good because I hadn't seen you online during the day, which felt a little... I just had a vibe that maybe you weren't okay, so I just wanted to check that you were okay. But then Beata told me you were in her chat, and I also saw you... I know you watched Summer Games Fest yesterday with Yomo, so it was just a checking up message. Oh, cool, Adler. Welcome, man. Jenna Cat, thanks for subscribing. Welcome. Okay, let's play. Sorry that I look weird. I have a bunch of nuts stuck in my mouth. Hold on, I'm a little cold. Yes, get the sweater on. So, let's continue the game. Where was I last time? I think I was like a little down. So before we start, I looked at this on stream the other day, but I thought I'd show people who haven't seen it. The game, unfortunately, has mixed reviews. Oh, thanks, Austin. And a lot of it is to do with the fact that they've titled the game Autopsy Simulator. So people thought that it was going to be more of a simulator and less of a story game. And within a day, Autopsy Simulator out now. And then on the same day, because of the reviews mentioning it, Autopsy only mode now in development, which is just like a really good idea. So without any horror aspect and story, you're just doing autopsies, because the autopsies are really well done. I just think that they shouldn't have called it Autopsy Simulator. But if this comes out and it's good, then that's a good move. But yeah, unfortunately, the game is mixed on Steam, and it's just because people, I think, expected more of a simulator and less of a story. So it's kind of on them for titling it this. But I was also saying I don't think people should have... I don't think it deserves a negative review because of it. But people are bringing up other points as well, so fair enough. But Just seems a little like, okay, if it's not what you expected, just refund it, man. No. Anyway, I am very excited to keep going here. I'm really enjoying the story. I thought it was very, I don't know, it seems good. Like I'm into the story. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of recap and then we're gonna hop in. I think that the autopsies are so well done that I agree with Kali that, like, even though you don't get to kind of have full freedom on choosing how someone died and stuff, I just think it just doesn't deserve it. Hello, have you come to watch? Do I want anything? Would I be able to request a cup of tea? Really? I'm excited. Yeah, there's water in the kettle and the cups are ready. I was gonna make it before my stream and then I forgot. Yeah? You have the energy? Nice. You want me to wait for you? Hello? Yelta? I'm gonna wait for you. I don't think they know what you're talking about. They don't hear you and stuff. Hold on, she's getting distracted by her cat. Do you want me to wait for you? Okay. All right, she's making tea, and in return, we're gonna wait for her. I'm just gonna give a recap while you're gone. Nice. So, this is a autopsy game, chat. Judging by the name Autopsy Simulator, you could probably have guessed it. In this game, we play in this game, we play a guy called Jack. He is not gay. He had a wife, who is dead. She died. And that is something that is made very clear to us by the constant sighs that he comes with as he's going through different items in his apartment and stuff. He's always saying, oh, my wife loved this. Her name is... not Ashley. Alice. Her name is Alice. And he's always saying, oh, my Alice loved these things. Alice loved this. So... he had a wife. She died a year ago by a guy called Shifty Ted. Except that's not his name. His name is something like that, though, like Dodgy Derek. You know, what was his name? Red Pete. Close enough. His name is Red Pete, the killer. We know about Red Pete because a prison van fell over. We find out a prison van fell over. And our best pal, who I think, judging by things said, is a detective. And he's telling us, like, oh, this prison van fell over. And then Jack is like, was Red Pete in it? And so I think Red Pete allegedly killed our wife. And Red Pete was indeed in it, and he's now on the run. So Red Pete, we don't know where he is. Meanwhile, we're doing autopsies trying to stay sane. We're not sane, we're crazy. We keep having to take pills. Zelda, can you stop meowing for just like a couple seconds? Hello, hi. We're taking pills to stay sane. Yeah, hi. Hello. So, where does that put us? Yeah, we're doing autopsies. The autopsies thing... it's really realistic autopsies. Really realistic autopsies. Really well done. Anyway, one of the autopsies we do, we end up finding our old wedding ring in the throat of this body, which is fucking crazy. So we're like, oh, I have to go. So we go home, and it is indeed missing. The ring's missing from our home. Was that the same night that someone broke into the apartment? Or was that a different night? Maybe the apartment was robbed the day before that, in which they probably took the ring. I think that's about it. The theory is that... Oh, thanks, Cloudy Day. Glad you're excited to be here. The theory that I have, and the theory that's running, at one point we wake up and we're like, what's this like? No, it's just like, hey, take the trash out. And I pick up a trash bag to take it out. And I'm like, why is it wet? Just as a side comment. And then that day, we do an autopsy on a guy who was headless. He didn't have a head. And I think that the head was in that bag of trash that we threw out at home. I think something crazy's going on. I think we're maybe killing people or something. But it hasn't really given us so many clues for that. That's kind of a far out theory of mine. The game is also a little bit of a horror game. It isn't so much a horror, more of a thriller, I'd say. Has your trash never been more wet than you expected before? What? Why does that read like it's AI generated? What are you saying? Right, yeah. There was a bone saw in my apartment as well. It looks the same as a saw that I own to saw through bones as an autopsy guy. Autopsy dude. Body diver. So it's all wild at the moment. I'm trying to extend my essay here, but to get to the... Basically waiting for Beata to come back with tea. What more details can we give? Hey! How far are you into the game? I would say probably about 65%. Yeah, we have a cool cop friend named Steve. Steve hasn't actually fully said that he's a cop, but he seems to be a cop. I think he's a cop. Bonesaw is ready. Is the quote not Bonesaw is here? Are you sure it's ready? $5, Homeless Dave on YouTube. Can't wait to continue this. First stream of this was super interesting. Hell yeah, yippee cat. Isn't he also your wife's brother? Oh, we had we have a woman who's being really weird as well. Thank you, Dave. Much love, buddy. I'm glad you're excited. It's nice to have people as excited as I am. Yeah, this woman called me and she was like, hey, Christine or something. Hey, it's Charlotte. Can you find me some photos of me and Alice? It's like Alice's close friend or something. And we're like, yeah, sure. And so then we find a photo and post it to her. And then a couple days later, she calls again, or like a week later. And she's like, hey, I don't mean to bother you, but like, are you sending the photo? And we're like, we sent it last week. Have you not received it? Or we? Me and my voices in my head. I sent it last week. Zelda, please. What? Yeah, and so that was kind of weird. I don't know why she's acting weird about like receiving this photo. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Shh. 20 quid. Jay Shelley, just want to say thank you for the content you created over the years. Watching you has been the best part of my dark days. I was struggling with mental health for years and can finally say I'm all clear now. Hey, good for you, man. Congratulations. That must be such a nice feeling. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks for the 20 quid. Lord Chicken, thanks for subbing. Random Blue Dog, Freddy, welcome back. Bugles, Re-Rising, DXRR, and Coco Trash, welcome back. You think you would ever try out the single-player Final Fantasy games? Nah, probably not. Played some when I was a kid, I remember. Like, really a kid. Okay. I've run out of things to talk about. Do we think Beata's coming back? Waiting for that tea. Tell you what, I'm gonna run over, make sure she's good, and then that way we'll play sooner. I'll be back in 40 seconds. Zelda, don't go anywhere. Okay. She's on her way. We can start. Sorry about that. Really wanted some tea. Chat, check out the mug that I made. I made this. I must present it before we hop in. Jazz. It looks handmade, doesn't it? Yeah, I wanted to make a big mug. I think I succeeded. Something you could see in a fantasy bar. Yeah? Jazz, guys. I like large mugs, though. It's perfect for me. Where's my mouse? It's over here. Please tell us about the color, please. It's blue. What do you mean? What is there to tell you? Okay, so we've just done a... Oh my god! We've just done an autopsy on a guy without a head, and we concluded that he was killed by a guy who stabbed him multiple times, which we concluded he didn't die from through the autopsy, then bit his cock off because he had human teeth down there and his dick was missing. And then, while still alive, he got his head chopped off Lastly, his body was given to some crocodiles or something, but they didn't finish the job, so he just had like a crocodile bite. And while we were doing all of that, we said like, this is probably not the last we're gonna see of this. So there's like a serial killer out and about. I completely forgot about this. Yeah, so let's go in here and see where we're going now. We've just gone to bed. We went out, and our car, the tires had been stabbed by a screwdriver. So our tires were, so we had to like take a taxi home. So I think this starts with the next day.
Easier just to move in and live here.
Really quiet. Why is it quiet?
I doubt I'll get reimbursed for the cab.
Yeah, so now we're back at work. I guess we had our car towed?
Huh?
What? Oh. Hold on, I'm not like in the zone. Wait.
Hello?
Oh, who the fuck? I can't run, by the way. Hello? I go in. Oh. You good? Sorry, guys. Cat ran away. Just had to sort that out. Okay, so. Yeah. Are we gonna find out anything here? And Beata spilled tea on her sweater. I wonder if I'm meant to have a flashlight constantly. I never picked one up when I mentioned it. When Jack mentioned it?
Old, rusty scrap.
I don't know why I'd go down here now. Anything? You've just missed, we arrived at work with the taxi the next day. And what? Because our tires were slashed last night. And so we saw some dude run away. He hasn't actually, I don't know, we just saw a dude run. I don't know why.
It's already late. Good evening. Any news for me? About my car? You know, the flat tires?
No.
No, what? Have you checked the cameras? Anything?
Handman, I cut my teeth working in prison. I know what to do.
What?
There were no strangers hanging around. Maybe you ran over something.
What?
What?
All the tires?
Why, possibly. You can congratulate yourself.
Christ.
You should try sleeping more. You've been kind of out of it lately.
That's the first bit of sense you've made all evening.
Good. The body is expected to be ready for pickup tonight, along with your lecture.
What? What did no one...
You still pontificating? Best hurry, don't you think?
Okay. What'd you say? Hold on, just fucking doxing myself. Why does What? Why is it doing this? Ridley does not give a fuck. I am wondering if...
Fuck me. I don't have the strength for this today. Have I taken my pills today? Did I take it, or...
Oh, I bet you there are no pills.
One more won't hurt.
They're gone. Oh, no, they're...
I need to focus. Oh, fuck. I don't have much time. Okay. One by one, Jack. Take it easy. Oh! A burning issue indeed. Then I'll move on to the body. Ah, shit. The lecture. I almost forgot. I'm gonna need the camcorder. This is making me nervous.
It's already morning. Yeah. Why is my camera in here? Why does he need to take pills? I think I'm like a little crazy after my wife died.
Oh well.
Perfect.
This is not the best framing. Hello, everyone. It's the 20... something of November 1991. Jack Hanlon is conducting the autopsy. Oh, I appear to be missing my gloves and apron. Yes, you already know the drill. So, the body is on the slab. Let's see what... So, the victim is from yesterday's apartment block fire on Grounder Street. Personal details unknown. The exact cause of the fire has not yet been determined. However, it is known that the fire started in the deceased's apartment, where the most damage was reported. The body was not found until the next morning.
He's also tied up,
was
no?
naked, charred, and with severe burns. The owner of the apartment asked about the deceased. He was surprised anyone even lived there. The deceased was sitting in an armchair near the TV. Pieces of pornographic material, an ashtray, melted video cassettes, and several bottles of so-called poppers were found in the vicinity. It's difficult to assess whether any escape attempts were made.
Look at this. That's just notes.
Firefighters indicated that it was probably the large quantity of poppers found near the deceased and rapid spread of the fire. Well, that's our basic question. Whether the death occurred as a result of fire or whether he was dead before it.
Okay.
As you can see, the body is in quite
But he's
an
tied up.
unusual pose. For the purpose of photographic documentation, we'll leave it like that for now.
What am I meant to... Oh, just a general one, yeah. I always like getting a nice... Oh, yeah, perfect.
This position is called the pugilistic attitude. This is due to the influence of high temperature on the muscles.
Oh, I thought he was making a joke. Find marks. Okay. Well...
The fire reaches the skin first, then the soft tissue, until the skeletal muscles are exposed.
God, okay. Yeah, he's like been breathing in smoke, maybe? Is that what it's...
Coagulation occurs in exposed muscles due to their fibers shrinking.
His hands?
The extensors yield to the force of the flexors.
What am I zooming in on here? His cock? Oh, what?
the muscles contract and contract until the limbs become flexy and deformed.
Okay. I am really curious how this looks. Chat, this might not actually be. I'm gonna hide, and then I'm gonna remove the sensor. I'm really curious what we've got here. It's all right. There's nothing there. But it's a little. There's some yellow going on. That's.
The upper ones are characterized by a triple bend.
What?
Similar to a boxer holding his hands in front of him.
What about this? I'm missing 2 photos. Oh, here we go.
Just 10 minutes will do it. 10 minutes for the muscles and tendons to contract like a steak on the grill.
Jesus. Alright, we're missing 1 photo. Where could it be? Oh, he was strangled as well.
In the end, we're all just walking meat.
With the porn surrounding him, is the theory that he did this to himself? Like a fetish? Pin photos to the photo board. Tied hands. Thank you. Tied legs. Okay, is mentioning.
The deceased must now be straightened out, and we need to get rid of these bindings. He looks to have been tied up in a rather unusual way. The deceased's neck and feet were most likely secured to his hands, and these were probably tied in front, at around the crotch level. Which explains why, despite the severe burns, the deceased's limbs are not all that twisted. That's better. It's easier to straighten him now. Without taking out the magnifying glass, we already know that the deceased's skin is heavily charred and cracked.
Jesus. Inspect the areas and concerned with the magnifying glass. Oh, sorry.
As for the other details, there are crow's feet visible near the eyes. Upper lip reveals front teeth. One of the incisors is broken. There's soot in the nostrils.
Okay. Is he okay?
The rope around the neck wasn't very tight. I don't see it leaving a mark on the skin. You can clearly see that this is primarily the front of the deceased that was exposed to fire.
What'd you say? What if it smells? I swear that I've heard that, like, a burn victim smells like cooked meat. Yeah, I feel like it would smell okay. Like a decomposing body, I think would smell bad. I think one of the sick things with a body burning is that it messes with your mind because it smells good. I'm a nurse. Burnt flesh does not smell that way. Hit me. How does it smell? Yeah, burnt hair smells terrible.
The rope marks around the wrists are deep and clearly visible.
Or just like a little gross.
The victim sat in the chair the whole time, hence his back being in much better condition than this extremely burned area. Looks as if a large flap of skin had detached from the calf.
Why?
The rope at the man's ankles was tied much tighter and more precisely than the one around his wrists.
Maybe that does mean that he did it himself. Because he had his hands free, tied his feet, and then doing his own hands was difficult.
All in all, quite a lot can be deduced from this external examination.
Depends on the person, to be honest, which sounds horrible. Oof. Really? Like, in what way? What could make them change? What could make them change how they smell? I imagine the fat has a lot to do with it. How do I open the clipboard? Oh, there we go.
He appears to be loosely tied. However, this is the result of the corpse drying out. The wound shows that the rope had deeply imprinted itself in the tissue.
Okay.
Severe burns, covering approximately 80% of the epidermis. Traces fail to indicate that the deceased suffocated before the fire took hold. Oh, that must have been terrifying. Predominance of 4th and 3rd degree burns. The burns reached through the dermis and hypodermis. The length of the rope was calculated, and appears that the deceased could make limited movements around the perineum.
Okay. Is there something more? Hello? Am I good? No? I'm missing something. Face? No, but it's not. Oh, here. Oh, thanks.
The tissue of the mouth was heavily burned as well. The teeth, however, makes me wonder. Soot in the nose appears when inhaling harmful and choking smoke. The eye clenching is a natural reaction of the body to high temperatures. The conclusions are quite clear.
Okay.
Wounds on the wrists and ankles indicate that the deceased could have been struggling in panic.
Oh, heart attack.
The extent of the thermal stresses on the body could have caused this death. It looks like the deceased was a fan of choking while masturbating. Deaths
Really?
due to predilection for asphyxophilia do occur, but not in this case.
That's a big jump to make.
Burns to the genitals and groin are an additional concussive factor. This is due to the high vascularity and innervation of this area.
I mean, I know I said it, but I didn't expect him to say
I
it.
assumed that this was a delayed death. The mixture of fear, sexual arousal, and drugs could have caused a heart attack.
So, is this all based off of the fact that he was surrounded in porn?
Perhaps the deceased lost a tooth, attempting to bite through the rope.
Surrounded in porn? He was found with a bunch of, like, porn VHS tapes. Which to me seems like a plant.
We need to check the damage inhaling all that smoke has done to the respiratory tract. It may seem incidental, but for us it's a sign that the deceased was most certainly conscious. I will assess the extent of possible poisoning and burning in a moment. First, I'll try to establish the victim's identity.
Man, imagine going for a wank and you end up burning down your building and dying.
Due to the amount of charring.
Huh? I don't know if it's confirmed it was him, but it said that the most fire damage came from his apartment. So I imagine he tied himself down and then like a candle fell over or something. Chat, I can turn it up a little. There we go.
We are unable to collect the victim's fingerprints. Visual identification is also out of the question. You can probably guess what options we are left with. You guessed
making
it.
a cast of the
A
teeth.
dental impression. For this, I need impression trays and alkanate material. Please excuse me for a moment. Okay, it's going well. I should be able to get this done in time. Where are these trays? Towels, papers, jars?
The lab, no?
Nope. It's not anywhere on the counter. Maybe in this drawer. I'll warm this up in my hands. Okay. Making an impression is quite simple. You put trays with alkanate into the mouth and press them together in one. Once the devices have been placed... Okay. Again, we will need a piece of paper, a brush, and ink. We will make a plaster model of the deceased's teeth from the obtained impression. We will then make an impression of the mold on a piece of paper, which will be scanned into the computer.
rush it?
You see, it seems so simple and yet laborious. On the plus side, we don't have to worry about the gag reflex with the deceased. And no need to remind the subject to breathe either. At least he saved the high cost of orthodontic treatment.
Yeah, he does sound a bit like Joe from you. Autoerotic asphyxiation is actually fairly common. I could see that, to be honest. Okay. There's a match.
Oh. I would have expected a match so soon.
Oh.
Well, the deceased is Richard Jacobson, 47 years old. He had a criminal record and was recently in court for... Oh, wow.
Not returning a VHS
For not
tape.
returning a videotape to the rental shop. Oh, Jesus.
Sentenced to 1 year in prison
Where were we?
for not returning a VHS tape? That's a felony? Wait. Felony, fine for drug possession. Misdemeanor, fine for not returning a VHS tape. Misdemeanor, fine for not returning a VHS tape. Felony, summoned to court for evading payment of a fine. Charged with a felony for not returning a VHS tape. So because it was the third felony, he had to go to prison? That's crazy. A VHS tape. The other two felonies, marijuana possession, 1963. And then the second one, evading payment of a fine, 1988. Do they not expire 15 years later, or 25 years later? That can't have been a felony, to not return your VHS tape. There was a lady in the US in 2021 who got a felony because it was found out she didn't return a VHS for 20 years. It was Sabrina the Teenage Witch. What? Oh, the VHS. Oh, I thought you meant the actress. Looks like the same teeth pattern from the beheaded guy. You remembered the teeth pattern?
Okay, I'll add some details to the clipboard. Okay, and we can move on to dissecting the body.
Okay.
This time,
fun.
I'll go straight for the loppers.
Yep. Oh, is this gonna be crispy? Oh, this might be really satisfying.
I'll slice it piece by piece.
Oh.
Let me start here. I push hard several times. Until I cut a given section.
That wasn't as satisfying as I hoped.
You can see that using a scalpel would be pointless here. Solid crunch. Almost there. Now we peel back the skin.
Oh no.
Now to remove the ribs.
With the loppers.
And we can check out what's going on in here. And I see that a lot has happened. In fact, the entire abdominal cavity is flooded. Blood and other fluids have seeped from the blood vessels, flooding the abdomen and chest areas. We have to get rid of this.
Find the ladle in the
Go get a
lab.
cup or a ladle.
Ew, a ladle? There's no way they call it a ladle
I think I saw one somewhere
in the
here.
lab.
Aha. I don't have all night. I'm going to need a vacuum pump. Great. The running around for everything starts again. Why can't things be tidied away properly in this damn mortuary?
I don't get it. What was wrong with
I'm
the...
gonna get Ridley. I
What?
wonder what this pump is.
What are you saying, man? What? 4 size and a... What was wrong with the ladle?
God!
Check the basement for the pump. What just happened? Was it not big enough? Why did he decide that? Maybe not quick enough? Oh. Hello. We're not gonna comment on that?
Where is this infernal machine?
Ah.
Wow, that's heavy. Can I fit through the door with this? I swear I'm going to have an accident here one day.
That's a lot of size.
Like Alice, when she twisted her ankle on those stairs. We were supposed to go to the mountains then. It was supposed to be our first trip since... I don't know how long. I had so much work on my mind.
Yes, this reminds me of Alice. Walking around with this heavy thing. Oh, man. Size 8 times.
Alice.
Now, the voice act is good. I think it comes down to the fact that the script, you know? He literally just went, oh, Alice.
Handman.
Because of me. As always, she had to...
Handman.
A letter.
What?
Who delivers letters at this time? It's probably been sat in his office for ages. Just didn't want to move his lazy ass.
I think he was saying that I have an office. I have a letter. Huh? Okay, we're taking the pump. Fuck, what did he say? Oh my god. I cut it off because I went through the door.
So, we have the equipment. Now I have to place it somewhere close to the table.
What?
Phew. I can finally put this thing down. Alright, just... What? There's no tube? No one's used this for a long time. I apologize to you all once again.
Okay, so now we go to the social room. What was he saying about a letter? I swear he said there's a letter for me. But I cut it off because I went through the door too early.
Another kidnapping this month. Aha. 3649. Okay.
What?
3649. 3649. 3749. 3794?
What?
These lockers
Is there
could
a
contain
brain in the
everything we
fridge?
need. Or simply... What?
What is?
Did I imagine something? Screw it. There might be something in here.
Oh,
Yep.
we need this code,
I'm
guys.
sure I wrote the code down.
Hold
on
on, let
a
me
piece
just
of
guess it.
paper.
We'll try once, right? Something like 3649.
Memory
Hey,
for
look at that.
numbers. What do we have here? Boxes of disinfectants, syringes, thread. Oh, that's interesting. Antiseptics. But here.
What? Let me pick up the tube.
I wanted to forget. Alice. I regret so much. Every day. Every fucking day. I can't. I can't take it anymore. Oh, God.
What is this? You're not taking the tube? We need the tube, though.
Phone. Oh. Do not think. Just don't think. Office of the Medical Examiner, Beatsville.
Oh, Jack. I was hoping to catch you at work.
Hi, Dorothy. How's it going?
We're talking
Good.
Dorothy?
Good,
Who's this?
thanks. And what about you? You sound tired.
No, that was Charlotte.
Tiring day at work. That's it.
You scared me last time we spoke.
Picture lady, I think, was
I'm sorry.
Charlotte.
I
Oh,
didn't want
assistant.
to cause any trouble and say what I said.
Jack, it's all right. You're not causing any trouble. I'm not surprised at all that.
No, really. I mean it. Sorry. I just... I'm fed up with myself.
You should take care of yourself. Didn't you say you wanted to stay at home longer? To rest? You know I pick up the slack at work.
No, I didn't. I can't. I don't want to be there.
Well, why not consider taking a trip, Jack?
Dorothy, please. I really don't have the energy for this
What?
today.
Dorothy's
No, I
making
just
so much
wish.
sense, Jack.
Stop it.
You ass.
Why are you calling?
Reminder about annual drug testing. I figured you probably didn't remember.
Oh, yes. I've, had a lot going on. I, even forgot my own birthday.
Leave your samples at reception on your way home. Someone will pick them up from Ridley in the morning. Probably Steven or someone else at the station.
Sure.
Well, they're
try
gonna
not
get
to
replaced.
forget. Okay.
Someone's gonna
well,
fuck with him.
Jack? Try not to do anything stupid, okay? Alcohol, your medication. You know you shouldn't.
I have it all under control. I should be getting back to work.
The results should be in tomorrow. I'll call you when we know.
Right. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack.
Bye.
The result. Well, for the drug
Annual
test.
drug testing. I'll take care of it before I go home. There's been a bit too much going on lately. I was supposed to
Yeah.
close.
The fact that he wears the gloves for everything really... It's so icky. What's that sound? What's this do?
Focus on your work, Jack.
Okay. What is this sound? I don't know what's making that sound.
All right. Here I am. I hope that was the last long break in this session.
Okay. All right, slurp up some blood.
So,
Slurp.
let's connect the tube.
Set the pump to full speed. Oh shit. Well, don't just suck up the whole guy, man. Like, I'll take it one step at a time. No, we're going full speed.
We
Okay,
turn
let's
on
do this.
with this amount of fluid. There's no point in holding back.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be satisfying, chat. 3. Oh, can I? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh.
Still a few nooks and crannies left.
Oh yeah, fuck, I'm on camera. Shit.
External examinations.
It'll
did
be a
not
really
reveal any
suspicious
tissue
cut.
defects that would reach the internal organs. So, I expect the organs to be intact. In a way, it's quite extraordinary
What?
that even with such severe burns, skin, fat, muscles, the organs are all present and correct. A reddish-pink tint indicates high carboxyhemoglobin levels, the level of which I will determine from a sample of blood. I will be inserting needles into the heart and femoral artery. What interests me here is not the presence of this substance itself, but rather its percentage count. But first, I'll need the values for the centrifuge.
Why is my notebook always in my office?
I feel like I've been here forever.
Bring it back in with me.
Jack, focus. Just a little bit longer. Corpses recovered from the site of fire may have very different and complex histories. Burning is only at the surface. Underneath, it may be a heart attack, stroke, or pulmonary embolism. This particular case appears quite basic.
Okay, carbo schmangi bungi values. Carboxyhemoglobin level in the blood. Time 10 minutes, 85% speed. 85% at 10 minutes.
However, I would warn against making a diagnosis too hastily. A fire victim does not always mean death due to smoke inhalation. The centrifuge has completed its cycle. So, as usual, I will take the samples to the laboratory, and I'll be back with the results shortly.
Okay. Example from the rack.
Ugh. What exactly was I supposed to test for?
Hemoglobin.
COHB. Ugh.
2
I'll take
milliliters.
2 milliliters of each sample.
This part I never get. I always nail it, but I don't really understand what I'm doing.
Ugh.
Oh, right. F. 4. Okay. Let's like to have a look at the chroma. Yeah. I feel like if I played it and I gave notes to them, I'd say let's reduce the amount of yawns and sighs by like 75%. I could see how it's one of those things that you don't notice when you're into the project and stuff.
Death due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Carboxyhemoglobin levels at 84%.
Okay.
Alright, I'll note this down and perform a check of the organs.
Wait, Carbo, does that mean he,
What? Where? Mr. Ridley?
he asks. Okay. Alright, let's go searching for him.
Why did he take that fucking body?
Oh, yeah, okay, he thinks the guard took him. That makes more sense.
What's wrong with me?
I should close this.
Something strange is happening here.
Ridley?
Why did you take the body?
What body?
Well, the body. You know, from the autopsy room?
Christ, Hammond. I didn't take any of your bodies.
So who took it?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But I...
Get back to work. It's late.
Yeah, Ridley doesn't seem to take me seriously. Should I... Alright, I guess we're going to the basement. Body! Imagine he's down. Body! What is that sound? It's driving me insane, man. Woo! Psst, psst, psst. No, fuck, man, that letter he mentioned. We never even got it. I'm pissed about that, man. Like, I went through the door and then I was like, letter? And never got it. Okay, can't go in there. Go back. It's always that.
I don't understand what's going on.
Oh. Hey, man.
I think there's...
Run off there.
I must have been seeing things.
Why?
Results. Well, then we can...
What?
From the results,
A little late. Okay. What?
we can now be sure that the carboxyhemoglobin concentration was fatal. I think I should inspect the heart. The organ has a reddish pink tint, which results from the concentration of COHB and general congestion of the organ. Other than that, I can cross this off my list now.
Okay. It's not a heart attack.
We will look at the lungs more carefully. From the outside, just like the heart, it is congested, and the color indicates poisoning. Thermal damage is visible here and there. Enough
Okay.
of the external exam. It's time to grab the knife and dissect the lungs. I need to check for any obstruction, burns, or clots. Jesus. Alright. You can see changes in the lung parenchyma caused by burns and smoke inhalation. Nothing new here.
Okay. Turn to the autopsy.
So let's complete the notes. And let's check the trachea.
Put down the clipboard and continue.
The color is the same as the rest of the organs. Significant congestion.
Blow in one hole and see something if something comes out the other.
Let's see what it looks like inside. Okay, the final cut. There are visible burns inside, but what catches the eye the most is the amount of soot. Looks like our subject was in the thick of the fire. Let's deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go.
Okay.
Let's deal with the final notes, and we're ready to go.
Let's deal with the final notes and we're ready to go.
I considered the direct cause of death to be severe carbon monoxide poisoning, leading to extreme hypoxia of the body. The extreme burns on the deceased's body and respiratory tract indicate that he must have been surrounded by fire. During the examination, no other factors were found that could have contributed to the victim's death. Environmental data does not indicate any third-party involvement.
So, accident.
Just need to add my John Hancock and sew up the body.
Nice. We done?
I'll close the body, trying not to damage what's left of the skin. As for stitching, well, it varies. It can be that the fire victims are in such a condition that there is nothing left to stitch. So for this job, a thicker needle and heavy-duty thread. Well,
It's a reference to the
everything's holding
lava.
together.
you know?
Keeping it together is infallible work.
It's not my best impression. Can you do it? Mario burning by lava. Yoshi? Is it Yoshi? Isn't it Yoshi? Yoshi.
Well, after
Yeah, you
storing
do a
the
good
body,
Yoshi. Ah, Yoshi!
there's nothing left for me to do. But thank you for your attention. All the best, and good night.
See you later, big boy!
Oh, my God. What an exhausting day. I need to get these gloves off and call a taxi. I swear I'm about to pass out from exhaustion.
He always says that, but then he doesn't remove his gloves.
Oh, fuck. You're in sample. Oh, no.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay. This is it.
Let's do a quick drug test. Yeah, come on, man. Give us his cock.
I'm dehydrated. I should drink more water.
Give your sample to Reggie. Oh! We get to see his face! Why do I feel like he's dead? He is moving a little. Ridley?
As expected, sleeping like a log. I'm jealous.
What? His eyes are open, Jack! Jack? Jack, I don't think he's sleeping, man. Jack! You're meant to be a coroner. This guy's dead. Are we leaving? Are we just gonna... Am I not meant to call for the taxi? Why am I not getting a mission? Top left. Oh, here we go. Oh! Creepy.
What's going on here?
Hurricane Taxi, we will take you wherever the wind takes you.
Hello. I would, like to order a taxi to 574 Presley Street.
Okay, hun. All of our drivers are busy at the moment. Best I can do is within the next hour.
An hour? Oh, no. Alright. Let it be.
Can I take your name?
Jack Hanman.
Okay, thank you. Do you have our loyalty card?
No.
Would you like to set one up? For regular customers, we have discounts and extra...
Would that make the taxi get here faster?
Well...
I thought so. Thank you. Goodbye. This is already giving me a headache.
Oh.
Jesus, what now? Yes, how can I help you?
Jack, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Oh my God! What was that? What the fuck? Fuck. It's because of the fatigue. It's because of the fatigue. I'll take a pill and calm myself down. This was some kind of mistake. An hour here. I need a drink.
Don't mix it with alcohol, man. That's not gonna make it better.
Oh, strong.
Dude, you've had your gloves in like a burnt body
spinning.
filled with blood. Lay down on the sofa. Okay, let's take a nap. Put our face on the gloves. That's good. Complete chapter 4. Oh. We're dreaming. This guy's definitely dealing with some guilt issues, I think. That was such a The Shining elevator clip. Is it from the elevator? No?
Do I... Is this...
I swear it comes out of an elevator. Oh, thanks, Trick. 1 second.
Fucking shits. They went too far this time.
Oh, shit.
What's that? Is that blood? Oh God, what's happened? Oh, Mr. Ridley? Oh fuck. Can't you hear all this commotion?
Ridley! He's back there.
Sure, whatever you say.
Ridley, you were dead, man!
Why is that even funny? Do I need to bring you the evidence?
Sure, if you have some. Not me. I think you slept too much myself.
Go and see for yourself. I'm going home. The taxi is probably waiting.
The one.
That left yesterday. Why do you cut off? Just because I went through the... No, that was such a good revelation. You know what? I'm restarting the day. We just started. Oh, 1,000 Danish kroner from the preacher. Hey Tia, I don't watch the streams often, but when I catch once in a blue moon, I try to show my love. I really enjoy the content you've been putting out all these years on YouTube. I think I speak for all of the chat when I say all the best now and going forward, buddy. God damn, thank you very much, man. That's a lot of money. I don't know what that is, and I don't know. That's 1,500 Swedish kroner. Thank you, thank you very much. Much love for that. That's really nice. That means the world to me. Thank you, the preacher 36. It's very sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's like $10,000. No, it's like no, it's like 1,300 maybe 1,400. So it's a lot of money. No, $140. Yeah, $130, something like that. That's insane. Thank you very much, man. Huge love to you for that. Hope you're having a good weekend. I get it wrong too. No, there's a lot of currencies moving around. No, chat. Okay, listen. I know we like to blame me for a lot, but don't blame me. Listen, from here on out, I'm going to stop whenever there's someone talking. But I do think it's a game design problem, that if I move just a little bit too much when somebody's talking, it just ends the conversation. Like I literally just walked
Fucking
2
shit.
steps and it cancels.
They went too far this time. What's that? Oh fuck. Is that blood? Oh God, what's happened? Oh, Mr. Ridley? Oh fuck. Can't you hear all this commotion? Are you deaf?
Sure, whatever you say, Hammond.
Why is that even funny? Do I need to bring you the evidence?
Sure, if you have some. Not me. I think you slept too much myself.
Go and see for yourself. I'm going home. The taxi is probably waiting.
The one that left yesterday?
Yesterday? How so?
It's evening. Friday, November 29th, Hanman.
29th of November.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that this was...
Don't worry. I did too. Somehow.
Oh, the anniversary of my ex-wife Alice's death?
Oh my god.
Should I call Dorothy? I've set up the cadaver ready for the autopsy, and she should be able to replace you.
No, there's no need. I'd be happier staying here than sitting at home alone.
Just in case, this is... let me know.
Sure.
What?
Thanks.
Hanman,
Huh?
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I guess I should take my pills.
Alright, Ridley seems chill, man. I think
should
I'm just a
go to the
mess.
cemetery later.
Yeah, it's definitely the
My
anniversary.
flowers.
Yeah, I think I'm just a mess and Ridley's used to it, so he's just chill. He's like,
Not today.
nothing's happening.
To forget the most important of things.
Thanks very much, Preacher. That was a really nice donation. Chill Killer, thanks for becoming a member as well. Thanks for the beer. Zachi, thanks for gifting a membership. Thanks for the resubs coming in on Twitch as well. Thanks everyone, much love, much love.
Every fucking time.
Oh, we're already doing another one.
Oh my god.
Another burn man.
Alice. No. It's only just... Oh, I'm so tired. So damn tired. God. What a done. I need to prepare. Get a voice recorder.
I thought she was laid on her side, like
29th,
twisted.
Year 1991. The autopsy is performed by Dr. Jack Hanman. Amber Louve, 30, tattoo parlor employee. Found in the morning at the sinking road stop on the outskirts of the city. Investigators determined that the victim was most likely dumped close to the nearby forests. She crawled to the bus stop on her own,
Aww.
as evidenced by the traces of blood she left behind. The body was lying in the grass beside the road, where it was spotted by commuters waiting for the morning bus. According to the information provided by the aforementioned friend, the car belonged to the Hurricane Taxi Network. The company was provided with a description of the driver. However, they deny that any of their drivers fit the description. The police have been looking for the man since yesterday.
Taxi, eh? Kinda like I've been taking a taxi recently.
A friend at the salon testified that the last time she saw Amber was 2 weeks ago. It was her last day at work before her vacation. At around 9:40 p.m., she left in a taxi for a flight to Amsterdam. Why do people do such things? I'll move on. I'll move on to undressing the deceased. The deceased was brought in wearing... Now...
Fuck, man. Like, I wish that didn't cut him off.
Photographic documentation.
Oh, right, in general.
The deceased's skin is extremely pale. No livor mortis is visible.
Oh, this is a wound.
The deceased is...
I didn't even notice the arm
right
missing. I was thinking more about the leg.
several signs of redness on the neck and chest.
Is now really the time to hum a Mario tune? It's
The
always a great
deceased is
time to
caked in dirt and mud.
sing the Mario tune. Nothing here.
Lots of rough, irregular slashing cuts.
Interesting. She is
The
missing a
deceased
leg.
is also missing her left leg.
Got a cut on her forehead.
Extensive hematoma on the victim's forehead. The palm and front of the hand is covered with numerous wounds. You can see that Alice has been through a lot.
Jesus. Yeah. He thought it was his wife when he first walked in. But it is not the wife. He said, Jesus, Jack, pull it together or something. Did he say Alice now? Oh, I missed this one. Yeah, I think it, when he first walked in, he was like, whoa, you know, like he was, I think it
Why is she so...
looks like her.
Focus.
Yeah.
The overall picture is... I'll grab the magnifying glass. Minor redness appearing in several places.
Okay.
The wound looks relatively fresh. The deceased could have fallen, or maybe she was struck hard. The wounds were stitched up by someone who knew what they were doing.
Oh,
However, it seems that the sewing was done in a hurry, and quite carelessly at that. There are no signs of internal bleeding,
yes, this was
detectable through an
clearly a fall.
internal examination. The wound on the bend of the elbow seems much deeper. I'm wondering about this bruising.
Oh, are you? What are you thinking, Jack?
Both the arm and leg were taken all the way to the joint. The perpetrator used a scalpel, but the cut line itself looks jagged. These wounds appear to have been caused by crawling across rough ground.
Oh, no.
Let me sum this up somehow. This injury could have been fatal for Alice. It seems that the perpetrator was very interested in preserving as much skin as possible on the removed limbs.
Oh, shit. Oh, so he was trying to sew it up after. Oh,
Some
I
of the
see. Yeah.
wounds were made by the victim crawling, and the hickeys are not fatal. But in this situation, they are worth examining.
We're calling them
I
hickeys?
assumed that the deceased had a cannula inserted and was groggy the entire time. The stitching doesn't appear fresh. Amber appears to have suffered like this for at least a few days. There appear to be no signs of struggle. We do not know the exact circumstances of the wounds or the conditions in which the deceased was kept. The perpetrator definitely didn't realize how tremendous will to live she had. Maybe it was an accident, or perhaps the final blow.
Why? Why?
Even though the wounds were stitched closed, they were clearly reopened by the act of crawling. Alice suffered a lot because of this sicko. I'll check with the UV lamp whether
It's calling her
what the
Alice.
perpetrator did. Extensive toxicological tests should help determine what substances she was given. It is unknown how much blood Amber lost during her escape, and especially how much during the procedure, performed on her. There are many indications that she wasn't aware of what she was being put through.
How many limbs have we lost between different victims now? We've lost one arm, one leg, and a head, right? If one of these bodies we come in on is missing the actual body, then we know what's going on. Someone is trying to put together a new body. This is my theory. Oh yeah, and a dick. True. Does the head count as a limb? Yes, it does. V, 20 euro. Whoa. People on YouTube are showing a lot of love. Thank you very much. Since it's the first time I catch a stream, I wanted to show you my support. Thanks for the years of entertainment you gave. Much love to you. Thank you very much, V. That's very lovely. What? Sounds like I died? Thanks for the years of entertainment you gave me. Yeah. This is my funeral stream. Thank you very much, V. Much appreciated. Yeah, but imagine we come in and there's just a head, 2 arms, and 2 legs. Then my theory's correct.
Infection could have set in.
And one and a dick, yeah.
Fatal, it would severely.
Because he already has a dick, so he didn't need this one.
Body. This has the hallmarks of some sick sexual fantasy.
Okay.
I will check the UV lamp whether on hell.
Oh yeah! Stop.
There are some clues.
Right, UV lamp.
Cases like these can be extremely strong and clear.
Disturbing. God damn it, man! Why does it interrupt when I start? You could have kept talking.
Alice, you know that I would never.
Why did you do that? Jack, you gotta remove the leaf. Okay. Let's go take some pills.
Jack, breathe. It's just. Pull yourself together.
Do you think that's still gonna be there?
Well, we left off with the torso. More traces of the dramatic fight for survival.
Let's
You
go.
can see that there are traces around the hickeys. Most likely saliva. The perpetrator was obviously looking for an opportunity to fulfill his paraphilia. Oh, Christ. The police will have plenty to do. If I can find my hard drive, I can just take an X-ray. I'll move these tables away. Make room for the X-ray machine. Maybe Dorothy should take over for me today.
Yeah, man, you're not sounding super professional. I feel like you need to take a step
my
back.
thoughts.
Look at the hard drive in the office. Okay.
What's going on here? Is it happening? Alice, I'm sorry. This can't be happening. It wasn't me. Please. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to. Have I lost my mind? I must have gone crazy.
Okay, back to the office.
Oh, here it is. Huh?
Huh? Did the light turn on? Or what? Okay. Locate the X-ray machine to perform the next examination.
Oh, these bulbs need changing.
Okay. Where's the X-ray machine?
I think I'm just tired.
What? What?
They all know.
Huh?
Did you answer your phone?
Telephone? What phone?
They all know.
What?
The phone rang a few minutes ago.
I didn't hear anything.
For you to take medicine.
How so?
For you to get results.
Yeah. I'll call them back.
This is the X-ray machine? This has got to be it, no?
Oh, I guess I've been here too long. How many days is it? It all rolls into one.
Okay.
All right. Now I need to set them. Now fire it up.
The detection plate from the side of the machine. From the side. Oh. Mount the panel under the head of the corpse. Frame the head and take the X-ray.
Oh, now center it between the eyes at the root of the nose.
Why didn't we ever pursue the brick being thrown through the... Is that it? No? Through the window. We never did anything with that. Okay, this is the smallest thing to me. Frame the head and take the X-ray. Does it need to be the whole head? He said, like, root of the nose, between the eyes. Frame the head. Center it between the root of the nose, between the eyes. So, like, here. We can't make it any smaller. So that seems to be the center. And then a little higher. A little higher. Dude, missed opportunity for the devs to make her open her eyes while I'm doing this. Just as a vision. By the way, just to be clear, I can't do anything here until the game says that I'm good. Like, I just have to find whatever they mean. What? Does that mean something? I'm gonna go bigger. There we go. Nice.
Looks good. I thought for sure this old thing would have tripped the breaker.
Watch them get tripped when I'm done.
All right. I just need to take the hard drive to the lab. I'll print the image and... I need to check the frontal bone, crystal galley, aneurysm.
Oh, I have to do it here, don't I? Or not? Where do I plug it in somehow? Print out the X-ray results. I already took the hard drive. Where am I meant to take the hard drive to? Oh, did he say lab? Thanks.
Internal auditory canals. Alice. Ethmoid and frontal sinuses. Why did this have to happen to her? The greater and lesser wings of the sphenoid bone and... Drive connected. Now, just to upload the image. And now I can print it. It looks like a good exposure. But why can't I see the wound? I need to look at this in the light box. I wasn't sure it would amount to anything, but the World Wide Web has been a blessing for speeding up.
For you, man. Where's the light box? Is it this? You call this area the light box?
Strange. I guess I'll have to repeat.
What? I turned around, man!
Light. Damn. I knew this luck wouldn't last. I almost believed that this would go off without a hitch tonight. Off to the storage room I go. These flickering lights would drive anyone over the edge.
Well, that's a social room. This is storage.
And now it's all broken. Great. Fuck. Don't you wish? I'll need the flashlight and to find Ridley for help.
Okay, where's the flashlight? I finally get to find the flashlight. Take the flashlight from the table. Shit. Whatever, just check in with Ridley. What? Hey, Ridley? Oh!
There's a surprise. Why is it that whenever I need Ridley for something, he magically disappears into the ether? Oh my god. Oh, alright. What now? I'll start the generator in the shed.
Okay, we're going to the shed.
Maybe it's been left unlocked. For once, Ridley's carelessness will be useful. It's getting cold. It must have rained earlier. And it looks like it won't be as simple as I hoped.
I have my car again? Hello? Is this my car? You know when I fell asleep earlier and then he was like, it's been more than a day or I don't know, like the taxi left yesterday. And he was like, it's November 29th or something. Is there meant to have gone way more? Is there meant to have gone like a week or something? I thought I just overslept over the night or something. But now I'm thinking that like we've done lots of stuff since then. You said yesterday? Okay, fair enough.
Great. And the keeper of the keys has left his post. God, I haven't even started the dissection yet. Fuck it. I'm gonna get a hammer.
Okay.
I don't have the time or the strength.
Oh god, why is this one so loud?
Either I'm getting weak, or the maintenance crew needs a talking to.
Fuck, you know.
Or
All up for that.
just a little. Oh, it's so dark. Oh, there's a hammer. Jesus. I'm feeling dizzy. Oh, I'm exhausted.
What do you think of the story? She sighed. There's a lot of
God damn
sighs.
it. It's actually holding up. Oh well. Something new in this shithole. God. I am not doing well. Now what? Fuck. Something's missing here? Some kind of switch or a crank.
Okay, the generator crank.
Oh no. There's so much shit in here.
Ooh, what? What? Who the fuck would leave like a pot of, or like a,
Yes.
Okay.
I think this will work.
it's like a stew?
It fits.
You see, why sigh about it fitting? That's what I mean. It's just a little bit too much. Like, I get the whole sighing about you being, but like, wait, the ladle or whatever fits, and then you go, ah. Yeah. I get that.
Now, just to crank it up. Something wrong? Great, get started. Not for long. Oh man, maybe it's low on fuel?
Let's get some fuel.
Empty. Sure would make a nice decorative ornament for the garden, though.
Locate some fuel. There might be a voice line. No? Okay.
How did it end up here?
Wife Killer. Summer 1975. You gonna say something?
Nothing inside. Just emptiness. Finally. I'll just start this thing and call Dorothy. I think I've had enough. I shouldn't even be here. Not today. I guess that's enough. Nice. Another empty jerry can to add to the collection. I'm not used to this, but...
What? Well, the engine was so loud I couldn't hear.
My head. What just happened?
And the first
fuck?
dead memory.
Who tied me up?
It's only for a moment.
Steven!
Steven? What the fuck do you mean?
Think I hit you too hard with that shovel.
Oh, haha, great fucking joke. Untie me now. I don't have the energy for your shitty games.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I don't understand. Steven, what do you mean? This has got to be some kind of mistake.
You and your moaning, you and your problems. You're not the victim here.
But...
Shut up! Can you shut your mouth for just one fucking second?
This is Twitch
To
chat.
me, you are just a murderer.
What?
What? Knocked down? You thought I didn't know anything?
I don't have any idea what you're talking about! Steven!
My poor sister. Even now, you can't muster up any courage, any honesty. You disgust me. I suspected you from the beginning. As soon as I found out that Alice is dead, I knew it was you. Tumors, aneurysms, unexplained circumstances. Who are you trying to fool?
Tumors?
For God's sakes, you're a doctor!
Steven, no. It doesn't work like that.
Shh! I haven't finished talking. Why did you lie, Jack? Why didn't you say anything? You confessed! I knew I had to do something about it myself. Any of this making any sense yet? Threats? A ring? Photos? Red Pete on the loose? He died in that accident, by the way.
You sick fuck.
Yes, I am! You've no clue just how much. Oh, I'm on some fantastic fucking drugs for it. Only, I've been slipping them to you. I was hoping to break you down, that you'll be pushed into doing something drastic to yourself, and I'll just stand there and watch.
Her tumor was incurable.
That's a filthy lie.
This... It was only a matter of time.
Again, lying!
I saw the scans.
You know what? I think I've had enough of your bullshit.
All right. Okay. I lied, but hear me out. We had an argument that day. Worse than usual. I was drunk. And I was angry. There was a fight. I pushed her against the wall. She hit her head and she fell. Yes. Just like that. Limp and lifeless. I panicked. I thought, I don't know. I didn't think at all. I was afraid I had caused it. That someone will accuse me. That'll be the end of my career. When I called an ambulance, it was too late. Way too late.
So where does Red Pete come into this?
It wasn't an accident.
And then I lied. I said that's how I found her. That I wasn't there.
What?
With her.
Okay.
And now, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about it. Everything. This whole year. Just dead memories. As if I didn't exist at all. Since that day.
Fuck, here we go again. Even now. Even now, you have the nerve to lie.
Steven, I'm sorry. I suffered too.
It wasn't an accident. You understand now? Someone has to pay for this.
What's going on here? Steven, drop the gun.
It's none of your business, Sean. Leave and forget you saw anything.
Steve, you know I can't do that.
Mr. Ridley, please, run!
Shut up!
You know I'll shoot if I have to.
Well, in that case, that makes two of us.
Steven, no!
No, Mr. Ridley. Oh. kind of lost itself towards the end. Feels like it's a little rushed. I feel like they were cooking with the story. Like the... there's so much... Okay, so wait, so Alice died. We thought it was Red Pete. Based off of... What exactly? What? Red Pete was in prison for it. I don't know who. And then... But then she had cancer, which was curable. I thought it wasn't. We argued, and I killed her. Why? I don't understand what just happened. What's with the whole Red Pete storyline? Like, there's... How does Red Pete get into this at all?
I honestly think that they gave up.
I feel like they ran out of budget or something. This...
They had their storyboard, and they were like, yeah, this is good. And then
They...
they spun off and
There's a lot of indie games that do this, though, where the story doesn't end up finishing off well. Chat. I spent 4 years waiting for this game. I will say it was fun, but it wasn't great either. Yeah, wait, what about Charlotte? Charlotte calls and she's like, "Hey, can I have a photo of me and Alice?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fine." Like, she's like, "I understand it's tough." And then it's like, "Oh, find the photo." And we find the photo, we put it in an envelope, we send it. And then a couple days later, she calls. He's like, "Hey, man, where's the photo?" And then I'm like, "Oh, sorry." And then what happens to that? I don't... Apparently there's... According to the Steam page, there are other endings. How do we get another ending? I feel like I couldn't do anything differently. That photo you found in the coffin apparently was the photo you sent Charlotte. What could I have done differently? I feel like Customer support. We're really going through. Not taking the pills? There was a moment in which I didn't take the pills. And eventually... No, I started seeing more things, but then eventually, top left, it starts saying... It said, you need to take pills. Like, I couldn't do... And I assumed, at least, from that I couldn't do anything else without taking pills. Because we were like, "Oh, let's try..." You said, "Let's try not taking pills." And I didn't take any pills deliberately. And I started going crazier and crazier until there was a text top left that said, "Go take pills." So then after that, I started taking pills again, because I figured, like, oh, okay, like... I mean, I didn't really... Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I mean, Steven swapped out the pills, which he confirmed there. It's just weird to me that it would then tell me to take the pills if I try not taking the pills. Maybe you can ignore them and just do the autopsy? Yeah, but at no point can I do... As far as I'm aware, at no point in the game could I do things story-wise without doing what's said. You know what I mean? Maybe I could have, but if so, that I didn't realize that. I was always just following the objectives. Yeah, it was very handheld, so I'd be a little frustrated if for that one thing you're meant to not do it. I'm curious about the other endings, because that one, did I get a bad ending maybe? That one was not great. You took pills multiple times when it didn't tell you? Yeah, exactly. So maybe if I just didn't take them as often, I would have been better. This was a... Yeah, what about my tires getting slashed? So Steven slashed... Or maybe I was just crazy. All of this didn't happen. Even the... Like, that's what Ridley kept saying, right? Like, so maybe... But then the car wasn't drivable, so I don't really know how that... Did I do it? He said he checked the camera. I feel like a lot of the things in this game were done without... Story-wise, there's not much thought behind it. Like, I don't understand what the thought is behind a lot of the things I went through. It does feel like a cop-out to just say you were just crazy. Because then it's like, well, what was all the detective work for? I must look up if there's other endings. Someone out there. Am I going to be the YouTuber who posts all the endings? I played through it multiple times, finding all the endings. Autopsy Simulator, all endings. Let's see if someone has posted a different ending. Autopsy Simulator ending. Apparently you got the secret ending and an achievement that came with it. There's only one other ending. Oh? What ending did this guy get?
Here. Not today. Ethan? What the fuck do you mean?
Think I hit you too hard with that shovel.
Oh, haha, great fucking joke. On time. It was only a matter of time.
Again, lying!
I saw the scans.
This is just the same ending.
Steven, drop the gun.
It's none of your business.
Oh, I was really into the story, man. Well, I think we ended at the perfect time last session. And then today, I felt like the last two chapters were just like a mess. I'm the one to blame. End the first dead memory. Load night 5, then spam pills. You think I should take more pills? Oh, I only have one achievement remaining. So that's the other ending then. One hidden achievement remaining. End the first dead memory. What does that mean? I'm so confused. Only 3% have this. Click to show spoiler. Can you forgive me? End the second dead memory. Let's try spamming pills. I don't think the other ending is by not taking pills. It makes sense. I agree with the fact that he said he was replacing my pills. That made me crazy. But at one point, it forced me to take pills when I tried not taking pills. So I don't think that's how you get it. I don't think that's possible. I think I'm meant to overdose. It says 1901 Dead Memories on the tape in the menu. Yeah. Yeah, that's the name of the story mode. Story felt very cheap. Is it mysterious clues and hints from the autopsy just come from his craziness? Yeah, it's kind of like it was all a dream, you know? Yeah.
Do
we skip this? And then, why was there a brick thrown through the window? I think that was in my head as well. This is in my head. Or not. And it's Steven doing it.
Fucking
and writing.
shits. They went too far this time.
Me going crazy, I think.
What's that? Is that blood?
Okay.
Oh God, what's happened?
Let's go overdose.
Oh, Mr. Ridley. Oh fuck! Can't you hear all this commotion?
Yeah, Ridley said I missed a phone call. Is that just meant to say, like, you were not here? You were, like, hallucinating? Yeah, and the letter. Which I interrupted the saying about. He said like you some letter. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's music playing. Yeah, they know. They know. What was that about? So many questions. Not enough answers. This ending is going to tell us everything. Now it'll tell us everything. Are we sure that this is another ending? You need to go do the autopsy and then take pills again? Okay. If he's lacing the drugs, then why, whenever I was hallucinating, did taking drugs remove it? Okay, well, I have to talk to Ridley, right? Placebo effect. Okay.
Are you
Like
deaf?
It's oh, sorry, forgot. I've set up. I'm very sorry.
I guess I should take my pills. I should go to the cemetery later. Not today.
Okay.
Every fucking time.
Put this on.
My God. Alice.
There we go.
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, I'm so
Okay,
tired.
and now?
So damn tired. God. What has someone done? I need...
So I think the game, like the autopsy, they're coming with an autopsy mode only. No story or anything. You're just performing autopsies. And I think that's a really good idea. Because I think that the part where they did the best were the autopsies. I do wonder about if you have such an intricate autopsy gameplay, I feel like you should only do a story around it and make it a bit of a horror if you think you could do that part well. And they didn't do that part well. So that makes me really confused as to why they decided to do this mystery when they didn't have a good story. It pulled me in the beginning, but then it's like, okay, well, why did you do this if you didn't have a good ending? You should have just made at that point, like an autopsy game, I think. Like, I really liked the idea, don't get me wrong. I love the idea of this, like, horror story with a guy going crazy and he starts seeing things. That sounds good on paper. But I feel like you need to actually write out a full story before you go in on that. And this story is just... I don't know the story at this point. I searched for it. It says you should take a lot in chapter 5. That's this chapter, right? Then take again after the UV light. Oh. Alright, we'll look it up. Here we go. Thank you.
It's just...
Can you forgive me ending? Okay, let's just... There we go. Okay, it's right away. Huh? This is dying. Oh, that was the end of it, chat. This is the other ending. Yeah. So the secret ending is that he overdoses. Okay. It's a shame, man. I think they've got half of a good game here. The story fell apart. It feels like they just had a bunch of ideas and didn't actually like bother connecting them super well. And then, and also doing a story with the bodies. Like that guy who had his head chopped off, really gruesome, by the way, with like someone had bit off his dick and stuff. And I came with a comment. My guy, Jack, came with a comment at one point where he said, I suspect this isn't the last victim I've seen from this guy, basically, you know? And I was like, I was getting into that. I was excited because I was like, oh, okay, so there's a serial killer here. And that's somehow going to be connected with the story that I'm having. And in my head, I'm thinking like, ooh, maybe I'm killing people. At one point, like, it's like, hey, take out the trash. And I'm doing the most mundane task at home in the apartment. And this is before the body without a head. And he makes the comment like, why is it so wet? And in my head, I'm like, ooh, like maybe he's got like, he's killed someone, you know? And it's like blood and stuff. And they're really connecting it. And I'm like, okay, these bodies, it's maybe me doing it. Maybe I'm killing these people. This guy's like tied in the fire. And I'm like, oh, he killed himself because he's like wanking. And like, turns out like, and I'm thinking like, ooh, maybe I killed him. Like, and I'm coming with all these theories. In the end, none of these bodies, like there was no greater meaning to it. I was just going crazy because of pills, and none of these things, I could see what they were trying to go for maybe, but I feel like it just baited a lot, you know? I feel like it really baited me in with a lot of small things that in the end had no connection. The taxi, like I take a taxi, yeah, I take a taxi, I even mentioned it. Like I take a taxi, and then like we have a victim in which she died by a taxi driver. I feel like there were so many clues where you're like, oh shit, like, oh man, I've been taking a taxi, you know? And again, nothing. Like I feel like there were so many, I feel like it was a TV show where they set up a bunch of mysteries without planning out how it's all going to connect in the end, and then it doesn't, and it leaves the fans disappointed because it's like, we thought you were cooking, we had all these theories, we had a big subreddit in which we were doing all these theories, and in the end you just copped out and just said that I was crazy, and like you just left all of it open. I'm just so disappointed. I've been really I've been for 4 years checking up on this game every couple months thinking this looks awesome. The idea of like an autopsy simulator with a horror vibe, and there's a story being told, and there's like mysteries. That's a shame, man. I feel like they could have gone so much harder with the horror aspect. There was so much more they could have done. Early on, the power goes out for one of the first times, and he's like, "Oh, grab a flashlight. You have to go turn on the power," and you're starting to see things, and it's scary. That had me, you know. And you know what I thought? I thought at that point, like, oh, I'm excited. I feel like this is going to be a constant mechanic where, like, every now and then the power goes, and I have to do something, and like that'll be the scary part. And I was excited for that to kind of be pushed into it a lot more. And like, ooh, like I was excited to like go crazy and have the eyes of the body open up as I'm in the middle of looking. Like I thought it would be a lot more. I feel blue-balled. It's a shame. I am, in the end, disappointed. What are you thinking?
I agree.
You agree. I finished job early today just to watch this stream and get blown up by the twist and great end of this story, but I'm upset now. Yeah. We almost went to Italy this week, but we ended up saying, I said that I wanted to delay it in case Summer Games Fest was good, and I'd feel FOMO over like, maybe they drop a game or something. And like I enjoy doing Summer Games Fest watch parties. And the fact that Autopsy Simulator was coming out, and I was like, I can't like not play that on release. I've been hyping that up on stream for years. Both ended up being a little bit disappointing.
Well, if you wouldn't have done it,
If I wouldn't have done it, I don't know if they can hear you.
or you would have
I would have been
you
I would have been very happy in
you would
Italy
have
right now.
never known.
I would have never known how that it could have been disappointing. So, so thanks. I like what you tried going for there.
No, because what I said before we went, or before we started.
Then at least I'll know.
Yeah, like either way,
It's-
you will. Like,
Yeah.
There might be regret or happiness either way.
Yeah.
Whichever you choose.
Yeah, I'm it's okay.
There's nothing you can change in the
I can't
end anyway.
No, it's fine. It's just very funny. Cool. Chat, what do you guys think? What do you guys give it? What do we all give it? It just seems, you know what, at the end of the day, to me, it seems a little mismanaged. It's incredibly weird to me that they called it Autopsy Simulator as if it's like a good simulator game. And so they make this really good Autopsy Simulator, but then add a story to it and you're like, okay, fair enough, like it'll be a good story, but then the story's not good. And so then on day one, they have mixed reviews, so they come out and announce an autopsy-only mode right away. I feel like the planning wasn't great behind this game. Either go hard with an autopsy story game that's a bit of a thriller, horror, mystery, and call it just Autopsy, or do an autopsy simulator and don't do this weird story. That's yeah. But at the end of the day, entertaining streams. I enjoyed streaming it. Sometimes, like games that aren't great, I still have very fun streams. So, devs, also, if you're watching, I mean no disrespect with what I'm saying. I think you have remnants of a great game here. But I do think that what I'm saying is rough, but it's feedback. I think it was an odd mix here. I hope that your autopsy game mode does better. Because you could tell that they put in a lot of work on the details of actual autopsies. And I think that's why it's so disappointing. Because you can tell that they tried. That's why I'm confused. You can tell they really, really tried with the autopsies. Also, yeah, multiple endings. It's one ending, and then there was a bonus ending in which you just OD, which feels less like an ending and more like you failed, try again. You know? Didn't really feel like an ending. It's kind of not, yeah, that, now I feel like they added that just so they could say there were multiple endings. Looking at it now. John Kiao, thanks for becoming a member on YouTube. Thanks for the beer. Kitsune, €20. First time ever donating to anyone. Just want to say thank you for all the years of entertaining, hoping for many more to come. Also, thanks to Beata for making this game an actual horror. Thanks, Kitsune. That's lovely. Thank you. That's a very nice donation. Much appreciated. Ah!
No, my phone. Figured I'd give you another.
God, I put so much hype into this game. Oh, man.
I think it deserves the hype of the fact that it's like a well-made game in like mechanics and like that kind of stuff. The problem is the story, the voice acting.
The voice acting, yeah.
Like it's just like you said that you kind of like the voice acting, but it's like I don't see what you like. Like it's
I liked. No, I didn't like the voice acting. I liked. There was one scene in which I liked the voice acting, but I think there was too much as well. There was a lot of ugh.
Oh really?
Yeah. But I will say it kind of kept me entertained.
I feel it just took you out of what he was saying.
Yeah, yeah. I think they could have cut down the voice acting with about 50%.
Yeah, there was too much being said.
Yeah. I'd love to see a compilation every time I bring up this game on stream, talking about how hyped I am from the last few years. Needing to me staring silently at the credits. He called me Sofa. Thanks for subbing, man. Welcome. Welcome. No, but that was hey, thanks for watching, chat. You also barely had any opportunity to mess up. It was all just handed to you, kind of boring. Yeah. I don't mind that if the story's good enough. Then I don't mind that. It's funny how good of a first half it was, just for it to end so rushed. I get what the plot was going for at the end, but it felt like it went through 20 translations and back to English or something. Yeah, the ending was very rushed. It didn't really answer that many questions. I feel like I had 20 questions and it tried answering all of them by saying, "You were crazy. I knew you killed her." Also, did I forget that she had cancer? Was that like he must have mentioned it at some point. I forgot completely. So when he brought up cancer, I was like, wait, what? And then in the conversation, he's like, it was terminal. My guy Jack is like, it was terminal. And Steven is like, no, it wasn't. And I'm there like, okay, can I like get in on this? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I started almost thinking the way that they argued about that, I thought that he was going to say that he killed her out of like mercy because she was going to die. And then Steven's like, no, it wasn't. You know, I thought it was going to be maybe that Alice and Jack were both in on like, hey, you're going to kill me. Like you need to take, like maybe Alice was like begging, like the chemo was, like she's just like, fucking kill me, you know? And so Jack crying kills her out of mercy. And then he's got the guilt is killing him. And then Steven, his brother, brings it up and says, she wasn't fucking, she could have made it, you know? And who knows if she could have made it. But Steven, being the brother, and not maybe he's just sad over her dying, he knows he did it, and he's just like got his own guilt, and he's like, she could have fucking made it, you know? And it's, why'd you have to kill her, you know? I thought that we were going in on that. That would have also been good. But no, instead he's like, she wasn't gonna, you know, and she would have made it, you know? And the two quick lines. And then they just talk about like, I accidentally pushed her down the stairs or something. Like, I don't know. It was just, maybe that's what they were going for, but I feel like there was nothing more to that. That would have been great. That's a very real thing people go through, but no. That would have been quite deep, right? Like, if she begged him to kill him, he does it. The guilt's killing him. Stephen, the brother, knows he did it. Makes him crazy in some sort of revenge plot. But no. What was that line about? Do we think that's what they were going for? Or was that a bad translation, maybe? You guys saw the line, right? He says, like, she was dying. No, she would have been fine. I don't know what they were going for on that. Maybe that's just Jack trying to, like, say, like, she would have died either way. Whether I killed her or not. I don't know. Didn't he mention at one point early on that she was always walking into door frames? Okay, yeah. I feel like I need to watch the cutscene again. No, I'm done. I'm done. God damn it, man. Oh, I was so invested. What the fuck was the thing about Red Pete? What? You know, like, looking back at it, they had the most... He was a red herring? Red Pete. Yeah. Looking back at it, they had a really cheap... It wasn't that deep, the whole Red Pete thing. Like, they met, like, he's like, oh, there was a... Steven calls him and is like, oh, there was a prison van that fell over. And Jack is like, no. Are you telling me Red Pete was in it? And Steven's like, yeah. Yeah, Red Pete's alive. Like, and then there's like missing posters about Red Pete. Yeah, so, but apparently Red Pete died, is what we find out in that end cutscene, meaning that Steven has been coming in and putting up posters about Red Pete. In fact, there were even news articles saying that Red Pete was on the loose. So Red Pete, who was framed by Jack, I guess. Did Jack frame Red Pete? And then Red Pete died because Steven... Wait, hold up. So Steven knows that I killed his sister. And so he comes up with a plot where he's going to make a prison van crash that has Red Pete in it. Hide Red Pete's body and then fake that Red Pete is on the loose. All in order to get Jack crazy. Why would his plan involve killing? That's such a big plan to make a prison van crash. Unless it was all luck and he just happened to be fucking with Jack and at the same time a prison van crashed. He finds out about it and he's like, oh shit, Red Pete was in that. Beats the cops to it, hides Red Pete's body just so that Jack will go crazy thinking Red Pete is out to get him. Meanwhile, Jack's going crazy because he thinks that Red Pete is out fucking with him. A guy who Jack knows didn't kill his wife. So, and they explain that, I guess, by saying that the pills that Steven's putting out are making Jack so crazy that he thinks Red Pete actually did it. Then, oh yeah. And then what? Steven, on top of that, he breaks into Jack's apartment, takes the wedding ring, breaks in at night, and shoves it in the throat of a body that Jack's gonna work on. This is the most... Dude, how did Steven think about this? This is the most intricate plan. And then, there's so many details to this. that don't make any sense. And it's all explained by... Yeah, and then Steven slashes Jack's tires? And like he puts the bone saw in Jack's apartment. And then takes... Or did we never send the picture? No, he takes the picture that Jack tried to send to his friend and puts that in a in a coffin in the basement. The friend was the wife of Steven? Was she? Was the friend, whatever her name was, Charlotte, was that Steven's wife? So Steven's wife is calling... No. Did we ever get that confirmed? Do you have proof? I thought Charlotte was the sister of Alice. No, was she? No, yeah. No, but Steven was Alice's brother. No, I think Charlotte was just a best friend. But then we're getting all of these, like... The coffin he set up with fishing wire to pull it open dramatically when you go to the basement. Yeah, that's the thing. He put the photo in there and he's like, I need this coffin to fall exactly when he goes down there. And then what? And then like on top of it all, on top of all of these crazy fucking things that Steven decides to do, he also, amidst everything, picks up a brick with some blood on it and throws it through the window. Or was that in my head? Who knows? Red Pete? How did we manage to frame Red Pete? How did Jack do that a year ago? I don't understand, man. Like, oh, I was so into this story, man. I was so into it. Like, I was deep. I was deep with theories. And I was even saying in the first session how, like, oh, this is a good, like, I don't know. This is odd. Like, I don't know where this is going to go. One of the first scenes, I look out the window and I see a car out the window. And I recognize it. And I'm like, oh, I recognize that car. So I guess that was Steven looking at my apartment. It's the funniest idea to me, man, that Steven... he's like, oh, he fucking killed my sister. So let's start with setting up a trap for this prison van. When this guy will have done like a heist, you know? He will have set up a full heist just to make the prison van crash with Red Pete in it. And I guess everybody died. He killed everyone in that van. Because not one of them could survive if the news reporters are going to write that Red Pete is on the loose. So then everyone dies. He hides Red Pete's body just so that Jack will go crazy thinking that Red Pete's out there. Also, Steven will have, amidst planning all of this, assumed that Jack will go so crazy that he convinces himself that Red Pete did it. Because otherwise, none of this matters. Because Jack will just look at that and go, okay, well, unless maybe Jack was worried about it. Not because, hold on, I can help the devs here. Jack was worried about Red Pete, not because Red Pete killed his wife, but because he didn't. And Jack is worried that he's going to come kill him for framing him. Ooh. Cut to like a scene in which Jack is like, he killed my wife, like to himself. But let's say that didn't happen. Let's say, yeah, he's worried Red Pete's pissed and he's coming to kill him. Maybe that's it. Yeah. So Steven knows that and makes the van crash. But then surely he wouldn't want surely Steven would want that. So Steven wouldn't have killed. So Steven's plan was probably crash the van so that Red Pete will be on the loose. So that Red Pete will go after Jack because he knows that Jack set up Red Pete. So he wants Red Pete to be on the loose. But then accidentally, not according to plan, Red Pete dies. And Steven, on the spot, makes sure that everybody else is dead, hides Red Pete's body so that his plan still works, making Jack crazy because all the headlines will say that Red Pete is on the loose, you know? So his plan was actually for Red Pete to stay alive and go out. But because he died, Jack then says, yeah, fuck it, okay. Or Steven hides Red Pete's body, plan's still working. Jack's going crazy, reading headlines and posters saying Red Pete is on the loose. He thinks he's coming for him. Us, the player, thinks that Jack's scared because Red Pete killed his wife. But really, Jack's scared because he didn't kill his wife. Everything's going according to plan for Steven. Meanwhile, Steven does a little bit of like smaller things, smaller little pranks, stabbing the tires of Jack's car. Now, the security claims that that didn't happen, that he checked the camera, which would make you assume that Jack did it himself, but you would think security would have seen that. So you could draw the conclusion there that the security, as witnessed multiple times, was actually lazy and never checked the tape. I think Steven, he was doing little pranks, and he was stabbing the tires off of Jack's car. Yeah. There was a news story on the radio about the prison bus crash. They were going to the death row. Yeah, exactly. And Steven thought, I'm going to save him. Like, I need Red Pete to make Jack crazy. Gets them all killed. Yeah, Steven is a mastermind. Steven is insane, man.
Surely no normal person would sit like this afterwards and come up with these conclusions.
No normal person would sit like this? What do you mean? You don't like that I'm...
No, I love it. The problem is that what
You shouldn't have to do
Yeah,
this.
you should. No one who's like just a normal like guy is gonna sit here for an hour afterwards. Go, this could have happened, and then this like no one's gonna do that. I think that's the problem. It's not very clear.
I'm trying to help them out here. What more happened? I'm trying to think of more things that happened. Steven was just fucking with him, man. Steven killing everyone on the bus, thinking to himself, is this worth it? Yeah. That's great. You know what's so funny about this, though, chat? What we're putting together right now. And it's sounding out there, right? But the devs will have written this, you know? This is the story that we just played. I thought they said Alice died in a fire in the beginning of the game, and that's why he was calling the Amber Girl Alice, because she was also burnt, right? That was just my theory, I think. Because I think he at some point said, like, he misspeaks her name, and I thought, like, oh, she'll have died like that. I don't think that was ever confirmed. I think that it's just you losing your sanity, and Steven wants revenge for his sister. The bus was just an accident so that the writers distract you and make you think it's Red Pete who will eventually get you. So you think that Steven's plan was just, I'm going to slice his tires and switch out his medicine. And steal, oh yeah, let's not forget, steal the wedding ring, make it look like his whole apartment's been raided, steal the wedding ring, shove it down the throat of one of the bodies we're going to do an autopsy on. That was his plan, his 3-part plan. Stake out his apartment, grab the money and the wedding ring, shove the wedding ring down the throat, slice his tires, and replace his meds. Meanwhile, he's lucky, and Red Pete, the guy who Jack framed... No, but this doesn't work, though. No, this doesn't work. Because Red Pete... Okay, if this wasn't at all part of Steven's plan, that means that that means that Steven was doing all of this, and then Red Pete's van, who he's on the way to death row, crashes, and they all die. And then Steven runs out there before anyone else. He's the first on the scene. Was he a cop? Did we get that confirmed? Let's say he's a cop. So it doesn't work, because if it was all an accident, he gets there and then on the spot comes to the scene, sees that Red Pete is dead, has a quick light bulb and realizes, hey, yeah, because he's a cop. Okay, it works, yeah. So he's doing all of this. He gets to the scene of Red Pete dead and he thinks, hey, if I hide Red Pete's body, this'll just add to the whole story. And like Jack's gonna go even more insane thinking that Red Pete's out to get him. And so then he hides the body and everything goes to plan. I don't know if that's crazier or that he planned it from the start. I think Red Pete was never related to Alice's death or her framing. But he's always worrying about Red Pete, saying that he's coming to get him. Did they even mention Pete in the cutscene? Did they? Does he say Pete once? So then who the fuck is Red Pete? Does he not mention him once?
You and you're moaning, you. It's only for a moment. Sorry, man.
Steven, what the fuck do you mean?
I think I hit you too hard with that shovel.
Oh, haha, great fucking joke. Untie me now. I don't have the energy for your shitty games.
Mm-hmm, me too.
Where did I get the fact that Pete's dead from? He says it, right?
Steven, what do you mean? This has got to be some kind of mistake.
You, and you're moaning, you and your problems. You're not the victim here.
But
Shut up! Can you shut your mouth for just 1 fucking second? To me, you are just a murderer.
What?
What, knocked down? You thought I didn't know anything?
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Steven!
My poor sister. Even now, you can't muster up any courage, any honesty. You disgust me. I suspected you from the beginning. As soon as I found out that Alice is dead, I knew it was you. Tumors, aneurysms, unexplained
Tumors, aneurysms, unexplained circumstances. Is he proposing that we did way more than just accidentally kill her? What? Tumors, aneurysms. There's something more they're trying to say in the story.
circumstances. Who are you trying to fool? For God's sakes, you're a doctor.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Shh! I haven't finished talking. Why did you lie, Jack? Why didn't you say anything? You confessed. I knew I had to do something about it myself. Any of this make any sense yet? Threats?
No.
A ring? Photos?
Threats, a ring, photos.
Red Pete on the loose?
Red Pete on the loose. Yeah, he's saying it was all him. Including Red Pete being on the loose.
He died in that accident, by the way.
You sick fuck.
He died in that accident. And then I, the mastermind that I am, hid the body.
Yes, I am! You've no clue just how much.
He is a sick fuck. Dude, he moved the body. Or did he frame all the articles? Maybe those newspapers weren't real at all.
Oh, I'm on some fantastic fucking drugs for it. Only, I've been slipping them to you. I was hoping to break you down.
He even mentioned the ring. So he did slip the ring into that body's throat. That wasn't even a, he did it.
You'll be pushed into doing something drastic to yourself, and I'll just stand there and watch.
Her tumor was incurable.
That's a
Her
filthy
tumor was incurable. That's a filthy lie.
lie.
This... It was only a matter of time.
Again, lying!
I saw the scans.
You know what? I think I've had enough of your bullshit.
All right, okay. I lied, but hear me out. We had an argument that day, worse than usual. I was drunk, and I was angry. There was a
What does
fight.
cancer have to do with the fact that
I pushed her against the wall.
pushed her against
She hit her head and she fell. Yes, just like that. I didn't think I called an ambulance. It was too late. Way too late. That I wasn't there with her. And now, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about it. Everything. This whole year. Just dead memories. As if I didn't exist.
Okay, I'm done. Jack basically framed her death as a tumor, I think. No. No. No, because he got Red Pate? Red Pite? No, it was Red Pete who went to prison for it. Jack probably is afraid. Yeah. The articles can be explained by the officials misidentifying the bodies in the crash. That doesn't happen though. Not if it's a prison van. I don't know. I don't know, man. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they were misidentified. So Steven just got lucky. Yeah, Hobo said that. Headless body might have been Red Pete. But we identified the body. We identified him. We matched his fingerprints. First name Red, second name Pete. Chat, I think that the developers maybe didn't have that deep of a story planned here. I think that we may have been a little bit too hyped about this and put too much faith into the directions and clues they were dropping. I say we, I mean me. The headless guy was a convict. Yeah. Yeah, but his fingerprints, like we matched everything and it came out as some other dude. Also what? So Steven bit the guy's dick off? And then got a couple crocodiles to do fights. God damn it, man. I'm never going to get to the end of this. There's too many open. Listen, here's the lore I'm going with. Steven was going to fuck with Jack because he killed him. And then he was only going to hide the ring in the throat and like slash the tires and stuff. And then Pete's van, a strike of good luck for Steven, crashed. Steven shows up, sees everybody dead. And he has a quick thought because he's a genius. He's a crazy genius. And he hides Red Pete's body because he knows Jack's going to go crazy thinking that he's out to get him because he knows that he framed him. And then he keeps fucking with him and switching his medicine and stuff. And that's it. It's nice and simple. That's it. No. And if that's the story, then honestly, I would have loved a line where Steven explains that. You know? Have Jack say, "What about Red Pete?" And he says, "He was dead all along." "No, but the news articles." "Yeah, I was only gonna fuck with you. I was gonna switch out your meds, and I was gonna hide the wedding ring in the throat, and then I get called out to a crash out on that road, blah, blah, blah. And then the old Red Pete, I was on fire, and I had a quick thought. So I hid the body in the sewage system. And it all worked out perfectly, didn't it? All the articles about him being on the loose, and you knew that if Red Pete was on the loose, he'd come for you. You know, easy. Just explain it by having Steven just explaining it. And having Jack ask about things. And say like, "But the tires, that was me all along. Once again, good luck, a little bit good luck. You see, security dude, he's pretty lazy and he never checked it. I was wearing a hoodie, but it didn't matter in the end. He never checked it at all. He was lying to you, lazy old security man, you know? And just have him explain all of these holes. But instead, we just got nothing. When we just sitting here like, what the fuck was all of that? And what about the photo? The photo in the in the coffin. That was me. I stole your letter when you sent it to ship it off to Charlotte. I took the photo of them and I put that in the coffin. Then I don't know. I had a long thread to a hole in the wall, and when you came in there, I pulled it and it broke open just for you to see the photo. Yeah. I'm a genius. There we go. That explains it all. There's no more questions. What was he trying to achieve? Because he just hit him. The cutscene, he says he was trying to get him crazy so he'd do a bunch of shit or something. He says like that he wanted to make him crazy so that he'd go off the edge and do shit. But you're right. In the end, he just hits him in the head with a shovel anyway, and then ties him up and just what was the plan? Why did he give up on his plan? He was doing so well. Jack was going fucking crazy, and then in the end, he just hits him with a shovel anyway. What? He just ran out of budget, man. He's got things to do, places to be. It takes a lot out of the day, man, to set these things up. Get a thread going on the coffin to like steal things and shove them down throats of the bodies he's working on. It's hard work. Yeah. Yeah. But what was up with all the,
What was that?
I'm going crazy about that. What do you think the whole, like, the start of the start of that cutscene when he's like, oh, I knew it was you, with all the aneurysms and tumor. What do you think he's implying? Is he implying that Jack faked lots of he poisoned his wife or something? Did he so what does that have to do with anything? He gave her a bunch of aneurysms? Or what? Like, yeah, but what does he mean? Like, oh, I knew. Like, aneurysms, tumor. What's that about, man? What the fuck is that about? What actually is that about? Genuinely, I've managed to explain everything in some way. Okay? Accept that. A cancer that like most of us seem to have forgotten about until it's mentioned in the end. Most of us, I don't even know if they ever mentioned it, this cancer. And then suddenly Steven claims that it's all suspicious. What does cancer have to do with anything of what we've just heard? I feel like Jack did nothing and it was just Steven that was crazy with these theories. Yeah, maybe this is in Steven's head. Maybe Jack simply killed Alice and Alice was also dying by her cancer. And that's how Jack tries to feel good about the guilt he has because he's like, she would have died anyway by the cancer. Steven then thinks she wouldn't have fucking died. And then he goes one step further and like, I knew it. The cancer wasn't even real. The fucking aneurysms? Fake. Fake news. Jack. Why give her cancer? There's no reason to give Alice cancer. In the whole story, that's what I mean. Like, if I'm writing this story, at what point do I say, right here at the end, he needs to talk about that she had cancer? Like, we never made this a subject at all. She did not need cancer. Why did she have cancer? Why? It could have just been, she didn't need to have cancer. All of the story, there's no need in any of this story that I've just talked about for her to have cancer. And then for Stephen to say that she didn't. This wasn't part of the story at any point until the last 10 seconds. Oh, man. I'm going to play the game again, chat. Yeah. I'd like to play it again and just write down anything that is said regarding the story. And then the next step will be for us to put that whole thing together, to try to work out exactly what happened. If we take every little line to do with the story, and we write it all down, then maybe we can piece this together. Maybe, just maybe. There's certain parts we missed, like the security guy mentions a letter that we missed. We never got that letter. Maybe there's a way to get that letter. Yeah, I'll get a, you know what? If I do that, I need a whiteboard. I 100% need a whiteboard. Yeah. Jack literally said he killed her by pushing her head against the wall. Yeah. So then what the hell does the cancer have to do with any of it? Some red yard. Yeah. Yeah. This is something I could be excited about. I might do this.
What?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like a thing you would do.
This doesn't feel like a thing I would do. Why not?
I can just see you standing there like wide-eyed with like a big bulletin board. Going,
Exactly. That's perfect. If you could see it.
Yep. I think I need to mentally prepare for that day. I am looking forward to it.
I don't like the part where I have to go through the whole thing writing everything down.
You want someone else to do that for you?
If I could be, if there was like a script online, that would be great. But I don't think this game would have a script online. But it would be worth it just for the part where I actually have all the info so that we can write it all down. I'll write it all down for you. Hobo.
No, don't get her to do that.
I don't know if that's worth it, Hobo. But I think this could be fun. Yeah, let's look into doing this, Hobo. I think let's sleep on it. We'll sleep on it. I'd like to try to find a way to analyze this story. I'm honestly intrigued. You say the word, it's not that long, I'll do it. I'm really intrigued as well. If I had all the info, I'm actually kind of excited to try to figure it all out. I think there's a lot of little moments in the game in which he says specific things that I think might help. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. So you'll go through the video writing down things said, yeah? And maybe visual things that you spot. And I'll do the hard part and get a whiteboard and some red string.
I know where you have a whiteboard.
I do have a whiteboard, but I need a stand for it.
That's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be nice with, let's talk this over, Hobo, how we do this. Could be nice with maybe some photos or visuals for some of the things that could be worth needing. Yeah. Yeah, we got this. I'll need it for my whiteboard as well. I wonder if the bodies are at all involved. I'm excited. I'm going to be thinking about this for the next couple days before I have the script. Because I feel like a detective who's got like a case in front of me I can't solve. We have to make the 4 years worth something? Yeah, it would be a nice finish to the last 4 years. No, it just has to end. We have to end this story. Yeah. Michael D, thanks for the $1 in Super Chat. What's up? What's up? Hopeless Angel, thanks for subbing. When Life Gives You Limes, Monster, Mace the Ace, welcome back. Hopeless Angel, thanks for the gifted sub as well. Cheers. Watch Henfer's clip. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, but my pins get removed because it covers half of my... Ah, here we go. I got it. With all the... but what was up with all the... you know...
What was that?
I'm going crazy. Yeah. That summarizes everything. I'm gonna fucking explain all of this, guys. It's we're doing it. We're gonna be the video on YouTube. We're gonna be the video. Autopsy Simulator ending explained. That's gonna be us. And people are gonna look that up, expecting like a deep theory video, and it's gonna be me and a whiteboard. It's gonna be me and a whiteboard. Yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait. Yeah, this will be fun. Thanks very much for watching today, guys. It may have been very disappointing, but I had fun playing it with you guys, as always. I'm gonna see you guys in the next stream. Tomorrow, we're watching, we'll probably play something as well, but I know that we're watching Xbox Next. Is that what it's called? Xbox Game Show is tomorrow. We're going to do a watch party for that. So, that should be fun. Yeah, let's talk it over.
That sounded so business. You want to do the makeup stream tomorrow? Turns around. You know what? Yeah. Let's talk about this tomorrow.
We'll talk about it tomorrow, yeah. We're at some point doing a makeup stream, chat, and she asked if we should do it tomorrow, and I said, let's talk it over, so it's a maybe. I knocked my knee in the desk. All right, good night, guys. Bye.